on, come on. Next time. Hold it. Alright, welcome to Psychofitness 21 YouTube channel, another RPG takeover. Mr. Ron Gordon.
What's going on? Once again, he said we're here at Fitness Mania, my home gym in Riverside, California. I'm here with my man Alex. We're going to get some beach body muscles going on today, work a little chest and biceps. I know a lot of you guys have been asking us for some arm movements for bigger arms, so hopefully we can help you guys out today. Second time working out with Alex, so I'm pretty excited about it. It's been a few months. I know last time he was getting ready for a contest, so I'm sure he's been eating a lot more than he was at the last time we got together.
Man, I'm just glad to be here, glad to come here and get some work in, put my best foot forward, try to learn from the best, do what I can. Here we go.
Alright, cool. So as Ron stated that he has a few more calories, so he should be ready to go. He did do a long drive yesterday for this. He requested another workout to redeem himself, and I'm pretty confident he's going to do so. And so we're going to do chest and biceps. Biceps, something he's very strong in, so it should be pretty exciting.
So we're starting off with some flies here. A couple sets probably to get the blood. Really exaggerate the stretch, get a good squeeze. One of the things that is very important when you finish is two different variations when you do the pec deck. You can crab and simulate the most muscular, or you can really push out and really put a lot of stress on the chest. So right now we're going to see us try to push out, put a little bit more blood into the chest. So we're just getting warm. Again, we like to pre-exhaust the intended muscle group. So here we go.
Okay, so now I'm going to start boxing in. I feel they're officially warmed up, so it's time for me to change gears. Now I'm not going to go all out, but I will do a psychofitness 40-15, where we're going to do a static hold and then force more reps in through blood.
So we just got done with one of our working sets, 15-second hold, 15 reps. It burns, but it fills up your chest really, really good. One of the things that it forces you to do is really target that mind-muscle connection, because when you sit in this position, you don't overcompensate with your deltoids. Your triceps aren't working. It's just you and your chest, and how much of that pain can you take, how much of that pain can you go into. So starting to get some of that momentum towards that level of intensity that we're known for.
So psychofitness principles, there's two ways of stimulating muscle growth: heavy weight and time. As you see, we're doing the stack and we're basically doing both. We're doing time and heavy weight. Psychofitness 40-15.
Yeah, man, at this point we're good and warmed up. Just finished that first working set. At this point it's about getting your mind right, getting your mind ready for the pain, feeling it, pushing through, getting mentally prepared for it, and knocking it out.
Come on. Go. live there, live there, live there, live there, live there, live there. Go, go. Boom, boom, boom. You ready? Come on, let's go. One. Control, 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 control. Live there, live there, live there, live there, live there. Good. Chest is officially engaged. Now we're gonna get into some pressing movements. I like to get the blood in the muscle, and then I start for the building. I don't use that to build, I use that to get the blood where I want it to build. We're gonna do a test fit on this Arsenal Strength incline press. I like it because it's tight, real and close. For a big guy, it's kind of hard for him to get in there, but it covers the upper inner pecs is what I need. Yep. Good. Yeah. All right, let's go 15. Get the shoulder in the right place. Ron doesn't know what's coming. Alex doesn't know what's coming. I don't even know what's coming. I let their body dictate where I go from there. So I am old school. I love pyramiding up in weight and pyramiding down. That's kind of what I have in my mindset. But these guys are going to dictate whether I follow my plan or we have an alternate route that we're going to take. I hand it to Ron. I let him grab one and I hand it to the other one, because when you're dealing with these guys, the bigger the guy is, the more temperamental and the more responsible I have to be. So I don't want him putting his shoulder in a place where he's not comfortable and pushing from that place and we get like an injury. So I always like to make sure he gets in where he's comfortable. I take it from him, no moving around, none of that stuff. It turns out when I was training first started, you can do things like that, but sometimes as the bigger you get, you kind of get boxed in, have to be really careful how you treat the athlete.
Set number one, as far as working sets, those head deck flies are still with me, so I'm getting a little bit of pump. I'm trying to keep up with Alex. He's a big boy, and I've seen a lot of his work on chest days, so I already have myself mentally prepared to give it everything. I'm going with no elbow wraps today, so I'm man up a little bit.
Feeling good, getting warmed up in the press movements. Feeling good, getting a good stretch, good squeeze in the chest. Put some weight on there and see what we can do.
Focus is chest. Focus not ego. You're not pressing the back. You're trying to get enough blood in that chest to stimulate your spot.
The weight's starting to pick up. Again, nothing crazy. When I go back to the old way that I used to train, I just put 4 or 5 plates on here. But I'm taking 3 or 4 minutes in between sets. You know, my chest wasn't properly warmed up. And if anybody watching my videos, it's probably why I have to wear elbow wraps all the time. Right now, you get around 6 or 7 reps, and it gets really, really heavy, really, really fast. So it becomes a fight. But it's a good feeling. See, Alex is going through the same thing, so he's going to keep pushing through.
Yeah, it's good, man. Like you said, once you get deeper into that set, it's really on you, so you really got to be mentally locked into it. Make sure you got that good mind-muscle connection, be able to push through the reps, get as much blood to the chest as possible, and get the most out of each set.
So I purposely do a delete of chest before we get into the pressing movements. Number one, I don't believe that you got to do 500, 600 pounds to get a big chest. It's all about how much blood you can get into the muscle. It's how much blood and nitrogen you can stimulate into the fascia. To me, primarily that's time. Not necessarily heavy weight. Heavy weight gets you stronger, but then that's gets you bigger. So my job is to get him bigger and more shapely. So what I probably try to do is, I don't want him doing 4 plates on here. I don't want that. That's elbows, that's shoulder, that's rotator cuff. So all that's for injury. So I want him to stay on the lighter end of actually lifting the weight, and he'll get more volume. So there's no ego here when doing chest with me. It's always about, I want him gassed out at 10, 12 reps on the lighter end of the weight. On this, we're gonna do a drop set. So I'm looking for 6 reps with the first weight. Take it off of him, pull out the 45. That's gonna assist me here. Let him wait about 10 seconds, and then we're gonna go all out at the lighter rep. Now, once again, this is to force more and more blood and nitrogen into the muscle for an effect. Boom! Boom! Yes! Yes! Leave it here! Leave it here! When I'm training these guys, I'm not trying to necessarily like beat them up on purpose, but I am trying to attack the muscle at all different angles. So if I can put them in a position that they're not used to being in, it's gonna get an effect. And if he's eating, sleeping, getting all the proper nutrition in, we're gonna get some growth there. And that's why the muscles look a little bit different in my athletes, because I put them in situations where they normally would never be in. Now you're working out. Now you're working out. The athletes they're not used to doing a decline fly. And that's basically what they do, is a decline cable fly on a machine. You can simulate this with a slant board and the cables, but the machine, you need the cycle pad. And people say, oh man, why are you using that pad? Because when you're beating somebody up, and that's what I'm doing, you can't just hit them one time, you gotta hit them all over in that area to get the knockout. And I am trying to knock them out, I am trying to annihilate the muscle so it comes back strong.
Yeah, so now we're back to the pressing movements. This is the first time I've done this, the flat bench variation on this machine. We usually do decline here. We're doing the flat bench. What I like about it is it's kind of like a natural dumbbell movement. It opens you up, and then it goes up into a nice little apex at the beginning, at the end. So it's a really great exercise.
I go going back into the pressing movements. My first time using this machine. It's a good feel, really open, good squeeze up top. I'm interested to see how it's gonna feel once we get a little heavier weight on there. It should be good.
So you see the pace that we're going, it's very little rest in between sets. There's very little difference between me off season and pre-contest. I'm always high volume, real fast, very little talking between. You know these guys aren't talking very much in between sets. Now if they were talking in between sets, then I really would put the hammer down on them. There's just no time for you to recover and go get right back into the movement. So I'm old school, you know, and I grew up in the inner city, and I would see these guys come home from prison, and they would have these beautiful chests and triceps, and I'm like, you know, what'd you do? And they said they worked out for an hour on the yard, and then they went back and they did dips and push-ups to failure. I mean, they had these beautiful chests, perfectly developed chests. So this is old school stuff that I integrate with the new stuff. So we have the arsenal strength, we have the hammer strength, but I still like to stay on the side where I don't forget my roots and where I came from. So that's why I'm putting these guys on dips.
Dips. Dips tough, man. Big man nemesis right there. Dips. Gotta get it though, gotta get it.
Hamstring, bicep, leg bicep, arm bicep, virtually almost the same muscle, one's just a little bit longer. They need to be trained the same exact way. Now, they are very temperamental, they can tear. So it's very rare that you'll see me start training biceps without, on a cable, very light first. Squeeze. Squeeze. Now, come on. Now dig in there. Come on, dig in there. Sink your teeth into that. Come on. That's the good stuff right there. That's the good stuff right there. That's what you want. That's what you want right there. Come on, come on. There you go. Let it go. Let it go. Come on. Yeah, like a machine. Like a machine. Say, go. Come on. Breathe.
15? Okay. Chase! Chase! See?
Going on there, we got some hammer curls, and I got them sliding their butt out to get that full stretch of that arm. Now, what this is gonna do? This is gonna work the low part of the bicep and partially the forearm. So this is elongating actually the bicep. It's for size because it's free weight motion, but we're elongating the bicep. That's what you want to do. That's crank. That's body. Switch it up. Let's switch it up. Let's switch it up. Boom. There you go. Crank it. Boom. Keep going. Come on. That's what you want. Force more blood in there. More nitrogen in there. Come on. Force more in there. Come on. Give me one and one. Give me one more. Negative. That's it. Stay with it. Come on. Come on. Come on. Show me. Show me.
Curl it. Don't swing it. Curl that shit. That's it. Right there.
Right.
Yes.
Come on. One more. One more. One more. Break it. So if you notice throughout this whole workout, I really don't like my athletes stretching. I want them to stretch before the workout or after the workout, because to me stretching actually goes opposite, kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get more blood in, and when they stretch, they actually let it out. So I like them to stay there and just let it just marinate in there, and then we push more in. And the next day we push more in. I believe the stretching will actually take the blood and actually out.
Good pump, man. Got a good pump going. Just finish it off strong.
We're getting some preacher curls in. Extremely heavy. 15 reps. Alex is getting the special treatment because he's got really strong arms. So Psycho's really forcing that blood in there. My maximum contraction is already met, so I can just sit here right now at this point and just get a pump. So I'm just grinding away, trying to get everything I got, you know?
Yeah, man, we added some static holes in there to get that extra blood flow in the muscle, man. Really feeling that pump right now. You gotta be mentally locked in. Self-talk is on 100 right now. We're gonna finish this shit strong and dominate it.
Let's go, come on. Okay, so that completes a chest and bicep workout. You know, I have the opportunity and the ability to bring different people from all over the world and have them train together. So like basically like I train Ron to actually go against Alex and whoever like that, and then these guys come together, and I'm the facilitator of that, and so it's a real good privilege. It's a very good privilege to me to bring people together and they train together and they bound by iron or steel or whatever like that. So they didn't disappoint me. They didn't disappoint each other. Alex was able to keep over Ron on some things and actually perform a little bit better than Ron and other things like that. So it's all about camaraderie, and like I always say that you're no better than your training partner. You either have to chase your training partner or run from your training partner, and we had this dynamic duel of trading off the torch between each other. So I want to thank you guys. I would like to be a privilege of that. So Ron Gordon.
Woo! So we went through a full-scale chest workout, full-scale bicep workout. Just like any other transition when we do a double split, we don't mix it up. It's a whole chest workout and a whole bicep routine. Alex was great. He pushed me. He surpassed me. If we were keeping score, I think I might have got a couple more dips on him, and that was about it for the day. Amazing biceps, great strength. I got my money's worth, as usual. Great pump. The facility, again, Fitness Mania here in Riverside, was great. Had everything you could ask for a chest workout, a back workout, and we'll hit legs tomorrow. So I was very pleased with the workout. Obviously, Psycho, the mastermind, did everything in his power to push us, and he definitely reached that goal. So again, I'm happy, I'm pleased, very proud of Alex, and he did his thing.
Man, for me, it's just a privilege to be able to come down and train with quality partners like Ron and be a part of psychofitness, you know, in the flesh. You know, we've been working online here and there, but it's always better for me to be able to come down and be a part of it, hands-on. I know I'm going to get that push. You know, I like training with Ron because he's where I'm aspiring to be, you know, so it just lets me know where I need to pick my game up. So I come down here, get that pick-me-up, then when I get back to the road, you know, I'm hitting the full go. You know, to be ready for the next time I step on stage, to be ready for every time I step in the gym. So for me, it's just a privilege. Looking forward to legs tomorrow. I took that L last time on legs. So I'm going to make sure I get a good night's sleep, get my mind right, and then see what we can do.
All right, cool. So that's a little nugget, a little tip. Don't be afraid to train with somebody that can push you or outperform you. If you're the strongest guy in your gym, you need to leave that gym. If you're the top dog and no one's even close to you, you're not being pushed. So if you get that chance to be pushed and tax and take it to that level, you should always, you know, do that. It's just like if you stayed in high school, you would not be a doctor. So you have to go to graduate school. You have to do that. You have to level up. So I like that he killed him in legs last time, and then he told me that's not going to happen again. So he came back in, he redeemed himself on chest day, upper body day, now leg day. I'm sure Ron's gonna have something in his bag of tricks that he's gonna pull out. But it's all about making each other better. It's nothing about shaming the person, but you have to humble yourself and go to a pro. When a pro said, hey, you can train with me, take him up on that opportunity. And that's what I'm saying, take that with you guys. Don't be, if you're the best there, go someplace else.